my channel, and this is Let Us Eat. Today I have a huge thing of leftover prime rib, and I'm going to be doing some meal prepping for dinner tonight. And for lunch today, I found a recipe on Pinterest, which I'll link in my description box below, of prime rib beef pot pie. At this time, look for the red subscribe word and click on it. It'll turn to gray. Then tap the bell for notifications for all my videos, and please give the video a big thumbs up. A lot of you are viewing but not liking the video or subscribing, so what's up with that? If you're viewing, and you're viewing often, please subscribe and join my family. I'm going to start by cutting three celery stalks, and I have paper towels in my celery, if you're new here, because it absorbs all the moisture and keeps your vegetables fresh for longer. It also works with lettuce, which I've mentioned before. I am going to be cutting my celery about a ½ inch thick. Then I'm going to mince a small onion. I'm not going to add carrots because I have canned mixed vegetables, and that has carrots in it. That way you get all your peas and your green beans and potato chunks. Put them into the bowl. I'm going to make the pot pie mixture before I shred the beef for the pot pie. And I'll be using Bisquick to make the pie topper. There's all kinds of ways. You can make a traditional pie with a pie crust on top. You can do biscuit toppers. And you can do slab pie and have it just spread over the pot pie mixture. Not very good with pie crust, but I wanted to attempt it with my Bisquick. I'm going to grab a little colander that I use to rinse my canned vegetables out, and fruits when I have them. Keep an eye on your fingers so you don't cut them. Onions right into the bowl. Just going to move this over here. I'm going to take some of the prime rib. I'm going to slice it. I think that's going to be enough. First, I'm going to open my can of mixed vegetables. You can use frozen as well. I save my frozen ones for dinners. I'm going to let that rinse for a couple of minutes. And I'm going to cut the meat. And you're going to cut it again. I'm going to pop that right into the bowl. Continue cutting until all your meat is into tiny cubes. That's rinsed enough. Just going to let them hang out in the sink and drain through the colander. I probably only need half of this. Well, it's bone, so I can't cut it. Cut off what's on the bone. And if you want to make bone broth beef soup, you just save the bones. Boil them down with your vegetable medley. The vegetable medley is celery, carrots, and onions. Got that right in the bowl. Now I'm going to take my deep pie dish. So you can see it. I'm going to add a 10.5-ounce can of the cream of mushroom soup. And a second can. I have my oven preheating at 375 degrees, so it can go in when everything is prepped and ready. I'm not going to dilute this. Put them aside. I'm going to finish cutting this. Remember, there's lots to do with leftover ribeye soup, French dip sandwiches, which is what we're going to have for dinner tonight with French fries. And I thought I'd do a pot pie for lunch today. Put that meat right into the bowl, and I'm going to give my hands a quick rinse. Making sure it says garlic powder on there, because sometimes my family doesn't put the garlic back where it belongs in the spice rack. Put 3 teaspoons of garlic into the mixture. And 3 teaspoons of fresh black cracked pepper. And then you're going to take your bowl here and transfer everything in. using your wooden spoon, carefully mix the pot pie mixture. So all the cream soup covers the vegetables and the beef. You can do beef barley soup with it. I've done that before, but we weren't really a big fan of it. I think it's just because it doesn't have the regular spices that we're used to. So if I did it again, I would do it with only my spices and not what the recipe uses. Alright, that is mixed nicely, and I'm going to let it sit there and hang out. I'm going to give this bowl a quick rinse. And I'm going to start my top for the pot pie. Using your Bisquick. I buy the big box at my bulk store, which is 6 pounds, and it's the best price on the market. It's cheaper than the smaller boxes at your supermarket. I'm going to scoop out about 2.5 cups. So it covers the entire pie dish. And I'm going to add just a teaspoon of garlic into the Bisquick. About a cup. Fold in the water. And by folding in, I mean stir it each time before you dump it all in. That way it has time to collect all the water that you're pouring in. It's getting kind of doughy, so I'm going to add a little more. Looks like it's only going to be about ½ a cup of water. This is the easiest way to make a fresh pot pie. Using your hands, that'll get doughy. I'm going to take the dough and just kind of mash it into a ball form. I'm going to add a little more, about ½ a cup. I'll put some on my hands so the dough doesn't completely stick to it. And then you can just add about a tablespoon of water more. Complete recipe will be in my description box below. You can also do this with leftover ham, leftover chicken, and leftover turkey. Love turkey pot pies. So I'm going to stretch the dough out, and you're going to spread the dough over the top to cover the pot pie mixture. I don't do fancy pie tops because I'm not a fancy person. I like easy and things that taste good, and that will work for me and my family. You can go ahead and make any kind of fancy pie top you wish. If it's going to a friend's house, or a relative's house. Now I'm going to put this in my oven for about 20 minutes, and then I'm going to check it. Spread the dough like a pie crust for a pizza all the way across the pot pie top. Make sure it's completely covering the beef pot pie mixture. I'm going to give my hands a quick rinse, and then I'm going to use a fork to make prints all the way around, just to seal the pie in, and I'm going to poke holes in the middle so the pie breathes as it bakes. The onion was really strong, so my apologies. And just take your fork and you're going to press the dough up against the rim of the deep dish here. This is what it looks like. Now I'm going to pop it in the oven, and I will show you what it looks like after, when it's all done, and what it will look like on our plates. Here is what my beef pot pie looks like from the leftover prime rib. The pie crust is nice and golden brown, as you can see. It took about 20 minutes at 375 degrees. Make sure your oven is preheated and follow the directions to a T, which will be listed in the description box below. At this time, please give my video a like. Please subscribe by tapping that red subscribe word. It'll turn to gray when you're subscribed. And also click on that bell so you can get all my future notifications. And I hope everybody has a safe and wonderful holiday season.